It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Check it out,
there they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
On 1st and 10, Simpson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They call that a loss of 6 yards, and it's 3rd down now.
Last stop. Last stop.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Flex round. Flex round.
Operating from the gun. Simpson flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in Q1 of the new year. We'll be back. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you could see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
They'll run for the first time with Freeman. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
On second down, Freeman. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On the heels of that good carry by Freeman, here's 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And here's Ali throwing on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Back to throw. Ali goes underneath for Bell. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Detroit!
Ali now, operating from the gun. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gun! Set!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
From the 10-yard line, here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll drop the throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hale. A big play there for the Niners. 46 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now Ali to throw. On first down, this is Bell on the dump off. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Ali looking to throw on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Over, 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 over.
Now Ali on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Open space inside the 10. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Here we go now. 319.
Now Bell. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Le'Veon Bell. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Now the try here for the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Twisting away. Oh, he did it again. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Gone!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards at a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Now for the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Vic Beasley. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll look to throw here. Gets it off to Freeman. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. And the 49ers going to take another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Here's Murphy. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Bell so light on his feet and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now look at this.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Tyler Davison continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. And here's Ali. A final shot before break. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun! 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 Hut!
Back to throw now on 1st down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ali. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go now.
He'll drop to throw. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Hey. You got 4.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The 15 yards there on the catch and run. Now the pitch to Freeman. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses It's understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Showed a good move, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now let's go!
On second down, it's Bell. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ali now throwing on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Now Ali to throw on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It got his man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And that's why the fullback position was created. You just want a big, strong, powerful guy you can hand the ball to and pick up good yardage.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
Looking to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Back now here in Santa Clara. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 319. 319.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 6 there on 1st. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
Here we go. Blue landing.
Ali on 1st and 10. He's going to let one flip. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
A give to Bell. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, 49ers. Le'Veon Bell. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. A try here for the extra point. No problem there on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Now back to throw. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Drops it underneath for Collins. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. They'll look to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll drop to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The offense on third down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try and run forward with Collins. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Lucky 56.
Now Ali throwing again on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st down, Ali eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney. Detroit!
And here's Ali to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And the Falcons going to use another timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Now the Falcons' offense gets ready to head back onto the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw. This is caught inside the 15. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here we go now.
They'll set up to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Lucky 56. Hurry up.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by a Keller Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the fly over the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for San Francisco, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Look in the mirror, how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty don't even know where waste at. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? It reply, how you put up with this song and dance, soulless buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me? Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in the breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. What the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Coming back up on a backboard. When she asked me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos is in my mental. You need a BJ first class now.